time! Hello, I'm Donald Trump, and you're listening to my friend TJ and the liberal Coach Casey.
I love watching dudes pound other dudes, man.
Why am I gay? I don't know. Just all this stuff in a row. Beans more like a dirt fruit.
Weed!
I mean, he probably had some kind of other Korean name, but we only knew him as Uncle Joe.
I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Our country is in serious trouble.
And your mother was begging Barack to stop.
Holler my name.
Well, No Skin Man. Messed up start to the show. Can't get Zoom to work right. Welcome to the middle of the road. I'm Coach Casey. This is TJ. What's up, everybody? If you're a normal 7 o'clock listener and you've seen my post on Facebook, which all three of you did, and you were like, hey, where were these guys at 7? I don't know if he said 7, but his start time's 7. We started at 7 for the first time. And then the second time was like 7:04, 7:06. Anyways, we had some technical difficulties. We're here now. TJ's back in studio for the first time in like 6 years. What's up, buddy?
Well, I don't know about 6 years, but it's been a while.
Oh.
I've been in the north part of the country and working and stuff, such, you know.
Something sounds or seems different about you. Maybe I guess, fully get it as the show's going, but you...
Well, I've been in Wisconsin. I don't know. Maybe I just picked up some of the lingo from being up there. I tell you what, though, it's hotter than fat guy at 9/11 right now here in Kansas. I tell you what.
Yeah, that's true. How long you been in Wisconsin, TJ?
I've been up there 3 weeks or more. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry I've been gone, but I'm back here now, and that's just the best I can do with it.
You know, usually it takes like 2 or 3 years or like maybe even like 10 or 12 to pick up an accent, not 3 weeks, bud.
It's that noticeable?
It's fairly thick, and you know, I don't know if you're doing it on purpose or you're messing with me. If this is,
I don't think so. I just think this is the way I talk now.
You were down in Texas for quite a while, and I didn't recall you coming back sounding all like I'm from Texas, you know.
Maybe it's because the weather up there agrees with me. I don't know.
And you would think you're around more Hispanics than you are, or Mexicans as you call them.
I work with Mexicans every single day.
You would think you would pick up more of that than you would this northerner thing you have going on. Well, hopefully it dies as the show goes, or the computer does not. We're going to possibly Zoom Stevie V, so if you're watching on Facebook, it's a possible. I'll try for a second, and then if not, we're just going to call him maybe 7:30, 7:45 at this point. Just depends. I don't know what his schedule is. So
I feel emasculated with you standing and me sitting, you know?
Well, I have it here, and I couldn't pull myself to do it. I was going to go switch real quick before the show.
What you got there?
I got my tank top that I'm going to start wearing.
You really do think you're Pat McAfee?
No,
huh?
I think I'm Fat McAfee. This is going to be the Fat McAfee intro. So once we really get the show going, and I thought...
Didn't he get abducted by the White Six? He's gone now.
Well, that's not actually what happened. Did you hear what really happened to my boy?
No, but that's just what I hear on the story. I'm done with that. Okay.
Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, his
it's pretty good though. I mean, like,
it's
what
hard.
Do you think?
1 to 10?
Yeah.
6.5.
That's pretty.
That's pretty good for. I mean, 7 maybe even. You're trying, almost trying too hard, you know.
But a 6.5 in today's economy is like a fucking A-.
Oh yeah, in today's school systems, for sure.
I'm gonna stand with you a little bit too.
I don't know if I can. You'll probably break the mic trying to do it. You can't make things work right. You don't. I don't. You know.
I'm taller than you. That's why.
I don't know if you are. Let's.
Yeah.
Come over here. Well, if you do that. Well, I've got Hey Dudes on. You are maybe an inch taller than me.
Okay.
Yeah, those are insulated flip-flops.
What did happen to Mac, our boy?
His father-in-law died. It's really not that glamorous. So that was the real story. This sponsor of the show today, so we can sit down and get to business. I got some breaking news, is Kayak America.
Okay.
Seeing America through the waterways. I've reached out to them. I'm actually working on a serious sponsorship with. You broke it, didn't you? You went the wrong fucking way with it, you goddamn idiot.
There we go.
No.
Fix it. Oh. That's why you're going the wrong way.
It's his first podcast. He's new to the show. Hey, so Kayak America. I'm a kayak guy now.
Is that an inflatable one?
Yeah, the one I have in there is an inflatable. It's flat
Okay.
right now. I have it rolled out dry and I washed it. I'm going to get a real, like a hardcore one, but this is a cool one. It fits my story all. I guess I'm going to tell. And I told it to you like I actually almost got mugged. I didn't really. I'll tell you how it went.
Okay.
So I get home from work the other day. I had only taken the kayak out the first day. I think I
Taking
sent
him
you
back here?
Yeah, to the canoe launch.
Oh.
No, the canoe launch.
Okay.
So me and the boy went down, walked way down the sand barge, and just floated it a couple times the first day. Next day, I'm feeling the bug. I'm like, I used to ride the four-wheeler. I'm like, right at 63rd, I think I could walk down to the bridge there, drop off, and then float to the canoe launch. So I'll park my truck. I'll have my wife drop me off at the corner here.
Like by the golf course?
Yeah, but all the way
Yeah.
at the corner, right where you turn into my neighborhood. And so she does, and I should have made her drive me all the way up to the bridge to begin with. So I got to walk through tall-ass grass, stickers, all that. And I get down, and I'm like, oh,
Jiggers, right?
oh yeah,
With
but
the
we'll
C.
get to it, yes. But, you see my neck, I'm covered, anyways,
Yeah.
I did get bitten up. But the sand barge was right there. You could ride right down to the sand barge. It's gone. It's on the other side now from when I
Okay.
used to ride. So I look this way, and I'm like, man, it's quite a ways that way. That's going to take quite a bit of my ride. And I look that way, which is if you're watching or listening, not watching. I looked south, and I seen it. I'm like, man, it's going to cut my ride down. I looked north, and I'm like, man, that's a little ways up there, but it's just right. I could walk along the beach, I'll bet, or all along the edge. Go into the bridge instantly. Hit my first hurdle. There's a freaking pretty steep creek runs right off the river and goes about a quarter mile back. So I got my backpack on, carrying my raft with all my pump, all my stuff.
Oh, you're taking it in flat.
Yeah. That's the whole point of this. Like I'm trying a survival mode thing. I'm trying to decide if this is one of the things I'm taking, Anyways.
Okay.
So I walk, I get up probably an eighth of a mile up there, and I find a part where somebody's kind of dug it out good enough. I can go down it with what I'm carrying. This backpack's only 40 or 50 pounds. I mean, it's nothing crazy. But I climb back up out of it. You got to go through some water. I'm going to get in water. I don't care. I got
Yeah,
water
you're gonna
shoes
get wet
on. It's
anyway.
good. I go into the field. I'm like, I'll bet I went far enough this way, which I wasn't. I've only walked 40 feet this way. I've walked 4 miles, but 40 feet.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I walk out, and I'm like, nope, sand is still a long ways that way. But the forest is so thick right there, you got to walk in. There's this trail. So I'm going through the trail. And, of course, you're kind of freaking yourself out because it's about 7 o'clock, which in this parts is coyote, skunk, anything that's going to go to the water and find a place, right?
Skitters.
Yeah, it's the time. But it's also wood dwellers' time.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden I hear, hey, man, because I'm fucking cussing. I'm mad. I'm like, fucking trees, fucking shit. I'm like, maybe I'm not a fucking kayaker. And this guy's like, hey, man, everything okay? And I look, and there's like a fucking dude like kind of sitting off over there. Essentially, he's got a little camp.
Sounds like he wants to help you out.
Yeah. And he says, hey, man, you got anything extra? And I said, no.
Anything extra?
And I said, no, and I'm not afraid to be raped. And I said, and then I will scream it. And then I have my knife in my pocket, and I just again, this guy's means no threat. I just want him to absolutely, in case he's got buddies in the woods too, and this is what they do. Like, then he radios in, we got one.
They rape in packs.
Exactly.
Sure. Yeah.
So, I probably overreacted. The guy was just like, motherfucker. Like, I really just, like, if he had a drink of water or some extra I'm guessing money.
What do you look like?
A cave or a wood dweller. I mean, he was definitely either homeless or just goes out there to smoke meth. Maybe he's got an office job and he's like on one of those. He's doing like a survival training thing. He's doing like he
wants to be on a loan or something.
Or Naked and Afraid
Yeah.
or something. He's doing some prep. So, anyways, finish my journey. I find a place down to the beach. I set up on there. Pretty decent float, but the water's up, which you think would be good, except for low parts of the beaches are exposed. So you're like, think you're going along, so you're like,
Yeah.
so figured it out. It took me a lot longer than I thought. My family's freaking out because they thought I would if I
You
would
don't have radio contact with them?
I did. I had my phone in a bag, but I was
Okay.
trying to do survival mode thing. I'm just prepping. You know, you got your plan for the end of the world, and I'm just going to float waterways and fish and
But you don't eat fish.
But I will in the end of the world.
Okay,
We've already
yeah.
talked
Oh, yeah,
about
that's
this.
true,
I'm
sorry.
going to eat what's in abundance and the easy shit.
So now you just practice catching them and putting them back.
Yeah, and I got some buddies. We're going to start. Amy's going to start kayaking. We freaking joined a kayaking Facebook group. I got a map on my phone of all the kayaking entry and exit points all the way from.
You can take Sarah with you. She's got one.
From
that's been
Lincoln
sitting.
to Oxford. We can kayak, bro.
Lincoln, Nebraska?
No, Lincoln Street in Wichita.
See, we used to kayak from Oxford to Utah all the time.
Yeah, and we used to do the
Utah to
opposite.
Oxford.
We did Belle Plaine and Ninniscott to Oxford is
Yeah,
what
that's
we
a
did.
long ways.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yep.
So that's my kayak story. And I do want to come up maybe throughout the show and listeners, people that catch us later on the download. I want some help with some non-extreme sports I can start trying.
Okay.
Because eventually I told Amy, I want to do some rapid or something, rapids or whatever.
Yeah.
Riding.
Sarah says he doesn't want to take me with him, I guess.
I'll take you. Sorry, I didn't respond to that, Sarah. You're more than welcome to
Yep.
come with us. We got Amy's Aunt Neve. We are going to start our own kayak club. So in case we
What's
run
your
in-
name?
I haven't got it yet. But if we run, I don't know how this goes. Is this you run into a kayak group on the river? Does
You fight.
Does
Yeah.
shit go down? I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm going to assume, and that's why all my paddles, when you pull, mine are
Swords.
well, just going to be knives in the end of them. But
Yeah.
yeah, when you pull it out, you have a freaking paddle knife.
Yeah.
You just be shanking people if you have to.
I figured it'd be like on.
I'm trying to come up with all kinds of and I need, just ideas for I need a good backpack that's lightweight that I can get this, I'll come up with a cubic feet for you guys. I'm going to say, not cubic, but I'm going to say, folded 3 foot, 2.5 foot by 2 foot by a foot, maybe something like that.
Okay.
And I need to get a pump in there. It's just a hand pump, but dude, I get this thing. If everything's going good, I can get it out of my bag. Assembled, you got to air up the seat. You got to air up. There's a little footrest. You got to air it all up, and I can have it done in 5 minutes, bro. And on the water, and it's got
Sarah's is a hard one.
Yeah,
Somebody'd
we're gonna
have to carry it for her.
Well, we'll get some hard ones, and that's why we need to get the actual points. Eventually, if
Yeah.
I start doing some rapid stuff, I'm not going to do it in an inflatable, bro.
Yeah.
So
So is it going to be like on what's that movie with
I know you guys didn't come here for kayak talk, but I'm sorry, that's what
Ralph
you're getting.
Macchio when they're in Tulsa and they fight with the other group and they kill each other and stuff?
I think it could be like
What is that movie called?
I don't know. I
You
know
know
what
what
you're
I'm
talking
talking
about. Warriors or
Yeah, Warriors is the other one.
yeah, I know.
The Outsiders.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, movie
Yeah.
buffs. We're not, and well, he should be. I'm sure he's seen every Ralph Macchio movie 15 times.
You need lights and disco balls and speakers too. I can help you with all of that. My wife thinks she's some kind of bedazzler.
She wants this on my kayak.
I guess so.
I'm thinking survival stuff, sweetie. Like what is the most? I don't eat so I can take beef sticks off the list. Maybe they got chicken ones. I need packables in case I get lost in the woods. I need I'm gonna get some ready meals, but I need this bag that I
Toilet
get.
paper?
Yeah, no, well maybe I got socks and that
Yeah.
stuff, but I'm gonna get this rip-off shirt. But I'm gonna get this bag that I get. I need it to fold up in storage in the kayak.
Stay golden, pony boy.
Who's that?
Your chick from your podcast.
Oh, okay.
You're the one.
What's up, Santia?
I didn't want to say her name wrong.
That's okay. So you guys got the Fat McAfee intro. You're here. No Skin Man. He's changing a pressure switch on his pants cooler or something. I might have
Pants cooler?
misunderstood him. He was talking. It could have been parents' air conditioner. I don't know. I just heard pants cooler, and I'm thinking this guy's got some sort of little contraption he's wearing on his.
I did buy one of those pants fans that you get. You can attach it. You can go upstairs or downstairs with it, but it ain't worth a fuck.
See, I seen a video of a guy in your car. You have this thing you can hook up,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it goes into your
You goes
under
in
your
your vent,
pants.
yeah.
And it hooks to your vent.
Well, I got a seat for that, but I don't know. But I got one for when I'm actually outside.
The 15 minutes of
Yep.
every hour you're outside.
I was thinking of those. No,
Real
I'm
quick.
outside all the time now.
I watched a video the other day on making my arms bigger. Can you freaking see how my arms are?
Yeah.
I mean, they're growing a little bit.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this thing. So instead you always do this. So take your hand and turn it over like this. And now flex and kind of turn toward it and watch and open your mouth.
Yeah, I've seen you do that. Well, that goes along with this group. I'm thinking you should.
What's that? I didn't do it where they could actually see it.
You should.
I couldn't hold it together.
The mic where you just Like
I couldn't hold it together. I was trying to
You
do
tried.
it. I did.
It
I
was
was.
good. I mean,
They
I
didn't get to.
I
I
knew
think
what you were going for. I was on to you right.
you were not at first. You weren't, but
Yeah.
as soon as I brought it in, you kind of knew where it was going.
So this group, I'm thinking that we could. I don't know. It's kind of PC. It's fathers, and it goes with the month Pride Month.
Okay.
It's, Fathers Against Gay Society. So like.
But we're not. I'm not.
I know, but like I think you would like to join that group, and if it's Fathers Against Gay Society, so like what would you call that group? Like if it was acronyms.
I already know what you're going with. I mean,
What
it's
is it?
FAGS. I'm
It
not.
is?
See, you were trying to get me to say it, and I'm going to nail it. And but you know that would also not be. I would be anti-fags. See, I turned it around. I got at what you wanted to. See, that's
Yes.
where I should have said,
Gotcha.
no, actually, I'm anti. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I was trying to make it. Sorry if I offend anybody with that and the other side of people. I'm not sorry.
Sorry,
TJ, I haven't
he's
had-
sorry not to be sorry.
I have had TJ in studio live for a while, and he.
Immediately got you.
No.
You tried to get me first. and
No, I
then
knew.
got you.
How did you get me? I already told you I knew what it was doing.
You said you're anti-fags, not.
But I was doing. Everybody, guys, tell him later. Just message him and tell him you guys clearly seen that I got it early on.
I know.
It's 7:30. I know we told him we'd call him at 7:30, but we got a late start. Do you have
Yeah.
any? You have something else you had, and I wanted to
I
do
do
a.
have
I wanted to do a local story before too.
I do have a thing.
Oh,
so
never
have
mind.
you
I
seen this-
restarted my computer.
This deal from the government where, especially like in California, they want everything. That's a weird view. They're wanting us to be all electric by like 2035 or something.
Did you?
But-
Did you watch that? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So, anyways, they sent out. I've seen this deal floating around the internet where it's like, this is what you should keep the thermostat at: 78 when you're home, 85 when you're away, and 82 when you're sleeping. Who in the fuck sleeps at 82 degrees?
Yeah, that came out a while ago.
But it's making. I mean,
And then so the person that basically did it because they also
Stevie V's. He's on here. He's just chilling with y'all.
they the person that like was supposed to be a part of this policy also was trying to like cut down on gas stoves and was doing
He
a
can
or
go
vice versa, but then they showed, or maybe it was gas stoves, but then they showed their house at like Christmas and they were cooking on a
Yeah.
gas stove,
Oh, yeah.
and they're like leading some initiative.
I tell
so.
you what, when I
Did
know
you
when
at
you're-
least see the thing that I sent you where the debank stuff, and then he goes right into they're trying to make us have electric cars. You're crazy 47.
Yeah, he's about the guy that's about to be our
The
president.
guy that's getting ready to be our president, that's just as crazy as the old crazy guy that shouldn't know also be our president. Mm-hmm. They're all crazy.
Well, what I was going to say is like when you were younger and you lived at home, like what was one of the things that you knew, like, okay, when I move out, I want this in my house. This is how I'm going to do things different. The one thing I did was I said, I am never going to be fucking hot in my own house ever again. And I've kept I don't care if I couldn't afford food, I'm going to have the fucking house cold.
That would probably be one of mine because I lived in a house that was very cold in winter and very hot in summer. But my wife would tell you I definitely don't keep it cold enough. Like right now, our house
Oh,
is set
Amy
at
wants it colder?
yeah, it's set at 71. I'm cold anymore
Yeah, it's
these
hard
days.
to keep it colder than that though. Right now, it's
well,
so fucking
mine,
hot.
my house, because of the trees, everything, we could set it to 65 and it would stay 65 in our house. We got a brand new AC too.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's true.
fairly efficient.
And you do have trees, so
In the summer or in the winter, we have that solar heater, and we keep it. In the winter, it's usually 68 overnight and 70 to. Our house is pretty much 70 to 72 year round. You know,
our basement's 64. I know that. I might as well just move down there.
that would be way better for Amy for sure. My room gets up to about 75 to 78 at night.
Fuck. And you sleep in that?
Yeah, fan on high.
like it?
When I first go in there, if the door's closed, my wife and she doesn't understood it. She doesn't want the dogs to barge in and bug me, but I leave the door open to let air in there. But
That's
she
the
immediately,
boys' old room?
yeah, she immediately gets
He liked that?
no, and it was way hotter because his computer runs so freaking hot. There would be times
You need to take one of these air conditioners and put it in there.
I thought about it, but
Fuck,
with the
man.
fan on high,
Ugh.
like I said, when I go lay down, it's fine because I leave the door open until I go to bed.
That
And then
sounds disgusting.
I wake up sometimes about 3 or 4, a little hot,
Fucking sweating your
a
balls
little,
off.
a little sweaty.
Covered, like soaking the sheets.
But I grew up. I mean, like I worked out in this. I
Don't
still
matter,
work
man.
partially in it. I'm in. That's probably about the temperature in my office most of the times, about 80. 78 to 80.
Guess nothing's changed from your last one, huh?
No. So
Take that other one from here and put it in your office at your work.
well, I'd have to vent it out in the warehouse to my guy that doesn't have AC.
Fuck 'em.
And he's got one of those big porta-coolers that you run water to, and it blows and it actually blows pretty damn cold. So,
Okay.
all right, Stevie, we're gonna call you because my YouTubes or my Zooms is messing up, and we'll get it set up. We talk all the time, so we'll get it set up
Yes,
right.
sir. I'm allergic to the heat. You know that. I have
Well,
issues.
he says he's allergic to it. No, we don't. I don't want to get him worked up. Last time I did this, he got so worked up.
Well, you don't have the issues I got. Okay.
I don't know if it's connecting. I can't. I should hear it ringing. And
I don't hear anything.
it says it's calling. Oh, it's calling on here. Hold on. I don't know why it disconnected.
Got to
again.
get to that Bluetooth guy.
If you hear me, buddy, hold on a second.
No Bluetooth, no speaky.
Well, it said it was hooked up earlier, you know. Now it says it's
Well.
hooked up.
Sometimes you'll have those connection problems.
Are you there, buddy?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you
there we
now.
go.
What is
Beautiful.
on the phone joining us from Casper, Wyoming? It is a longtime friend of the show, my second, maybe even surpassed TJ and my snap
We don't have a streak at all.
buddy. And but still my most snapped. It's Stevie V with the Three Wheel Bicycle Podcast and Vander Hayden Designs. And what's up, buddy?
What's happening, you studs?
Oh man, I don't know. We start out the show just like on all the wrong feet that you could start it out on. Technical difficulties. Show kept crashing. My program I run the show with crashed like 3 times. We're running on borrowed time right now, so I didn't want to chance it by also stepping Zoom into the mix. I think TJ.
Yeah.
My internet rejects eye technology.
That could be
And
it.
when he comes over, he hooks up 2 eye devices to it, and it just does not do well with it. It doesn't understand all that new modern liberal stuff.
You think iPhone's more liberal than Android?
I think it is the ultimate in liberal technology. What was the first phone to allow you to change your pronoun?
Can I change my pronouns on there?
You can. You can be a they, them, other. When you set your contacts up, you can set them up with pronouns.
I've got you as she, it on mine.
Hell yeah, you do, because I am the she-it. Well, what's Casper, Wyoming like this evening, my friend?
Well, it's a little, what's the word for it? Gloomy, I guess. The sun's not really shining. It's raining a little bit.
What's
but
the temperature?
Ooh, I knew you were gonna.
I mean, is it?
Earlier was like 80,
Oh, fuck.
80 something.
Man, it's today. I think was it was a cooler day, quite humid, but I believe it was like 94 today, 95 maybe. Yesterday and the day before 102, 103, and I believe Friday we're back in like the 102 to 103 with a heat index of like 110. And I will be kayaking again, so
Yeah.
be on that kayak game, bro. You ever kayaked, man?
I got a question for you.
Okay.
So
I forget you like doing
fellow
questions.
The fellow that you heard hollering in the woods or whatever, did
Yeah.
you actually see him?
Yeah, no, I seen him. I looked right over. He was in this exchange. He was probably 12 to 15 feet from me, and he was sitting on a Lowe's blue bucket. I started identifying things in case I did get raped and I had to tell the story.
Well,
I
Stevie,
was like, when you were talking about it earlier, I'm like trying to think of what the fuck he looks like.
The best way to describe him.
He knows what they look
The
like.
best way to describe him would be if Mr. Miyagi was a white guy that was like 6'2".
So he had like that.
Yeah, the real thin mustache, little tiny goatee,
What, 'cause
long
he was sitting
string,
on a bucket. That
long
makes him Mr. Miyagi.
long stringy hair, and because he had flip flops on, so it might remind me of like the
pants. Shorts?
they were like cut up jean shorts, and then he had
He's not fucking around. Then.
he had a
Flip-flop?
tattered type
Chest hair?
t-shirt. We had a shirt on, man. It was I want to say it was a NASCAR like DuPont Racing Gordon.
Oh shit!
See, that's why I said I start putting this stuff together just in case, man, if I do survive, like I think I'm one of those people that would survive one of those horrific events that most people would want to die, but I want to be able to, freaking tell the tale.
He'd be in our group if he was wearing a Jeff Gordon group. He'd be in the Fathers Against
He'd
Gay
be in your
Society.
group. Stop saying our group. That'd be your group. I am anti-Fathers Against Gay Society. So I am free love. I want everybody to exist equally and be miserable equally, just like I am. That is my wish for everybody.
Yep, but leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, but don't tell me what I have to do or don't do. But other than that, I don't care. So, and most of the time, I've never, never unless I've been maybe putting it out there, have I been approached by a man because I think I'm clearly.
That guy in the woods was about to approach you.
Yeah, but that's different. That's boy, you look good, make you squeal like a pig. That's different. I mean, that's not an attraction. That could have been anything, man.
Yeah.
Wood rape, is that like the same as prison rape where it's not gay?
I think it is because you have options. You can leave the woods.
Maybe he was tethered.
Are you trying to convince yourself that it's okay that when you and your buddies go into the wood and go hunting, what you've been doing's been okay?
I don't do that. It's in the wintertime.
Hey, bud, we need to keep warm, cousin. Hey, we're cousins, man. We got two things going for us. We're in the woods and we're cousins. It can't be gay. Can be. Give me a hug, Deej.
Not gay if it's your cousin.
Yeah, and it double cancels it out because you're in the woods now. I'm glad you just found that out. I had something I was going to do. It's a lot of... The stories are way too long. It's not even just because I'm a bad reader, but we'll do one of them that's a smaller one. And this is basically who was the asshole is essentially what it is. You want to play?
Oh, yeah, of course.
And what really the thing that sucks about this is we're just going to have to do a majority rules on this because it doesn't really tell you who the asshole was. But it's Dave and Pat's anniversary, and Pat cooks a romantic dinner. Pat knows that Dave hates mushrooms, but he insists this mushroom chicken will be delicious.
Pat a dude?
Dave refuses. I knew you would catch it right away. Dave refuses to eat it and says Pat should have made something without it. Who's the asshole, Pat or Dave? And now you go back to Pat's a woman.
Okay, well, Pat should fucking know that Dave doesn't like mushrooms, so fuck Pat.
Okay, Pat's the asshole, right? What about you, Stevie?
Well, it's Pat's wedding, though, right?
Correct. Or it's Dave and Pat's anniversary. It's their anniversary together. So Pat cooked a romantic dinner.
Gotcha.
Pat cooked a romantic dinner for both of them. Now, granted, these are individually.
Is this like Pat from fucking SNL?
I don't know.
Dude, that's what I was thinking too, yo.
It's Pat.
I agree with TJ for the fact that these are individual cooked chickens, and you could have made yours with mushrooms and that sauce, and you could have made the chicken and rice and stuff without it. So to me, I would say one, they're both assholes because Pat should have at least, or Dave should have at least tried a bite.
Nope.
But if you're anti-mushroom, you're not like my wife. I'm not going to change you, man.
Yeah.
What's your pick?
Well,
I mean, you've already lost, so we've already decided that Pat is the asshole. But what's your pick, buddy?
I don't know. I think I would have to say Pat as well.
All right. How about this? Frankie's best friend Jonah is really into gaming. When he buys the new Animal Crossing, Frankie says she'd love to play with him so they can spend time together. Jonah says no. She'll mess up his island. Frankie is offended. Who's the asshole?
Jonah, he kind of seems like he's a little prick about his game.
Okay. What about you, Stevie?
I mean, Frank should understand.
I think I'm on.
He's not trying to get. Jonah's not trying to get his stats fucked up.
Yeah, this is gaming, dog. Like we're friends, we're BFs, but we're not gaming BFs. You know, like it's like
I just think that I guess Jonah don't want to.
Like if you wanted to be on my team on my server, maybe I'll let you in, but you're not getting on my island. You know, like I have all top 10 people on my team, and you know you get on your account like 3 times a week. Are you even going to be serious about this?
Yeah.
Speaking of games, I bought one of those little gaming system things with the retro 20,000 game thing. I bought it on Instagram, so we'll see if it shows up.
I have now a third person. Stevie, have you ever ordered anything from Temu?
Negative, but my kids have.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Bella like sends the shit out, and she gets like all this free shit through Timo, and I was like, it's a fucking scam, and all that shit showed up. So
I know that's what's crazy is.
is that where your kayak came from? Timo?
No, they have them on there.
Okay.
But no, a guy at work was wearing a decent looking pair of thin jeans, like the kind you'd want in the hot weather.
Yeah.
Good looking, dark color. Looked at him. I said, "Where'd you get those jeans at, Alan?" He said, Temu. My wife got them on Temu. She's freaking always on there. I said, "How much were they?" $7.
Dang.
Fit good, look good. They're thin. They're gonna last 10 wears, 12 wears. But that's
$7.
What? It's $7. You buy you freaking 10 pair of those.
You could get you a fucking fleet of kayaks off of Temu.
That's where I need like 10 positive affirmations.
When we go to war with the other kayak crews around here.
Oh, I'm gonna eventually. Like it's all gotta be lightweight stuff too.
We'll kill them, and then we'll take their kayaks, and then we're just gonna have a
massive. I don't know if I'm gonna let you in. You're going right to killing.
Well, we're in a war.
No, like in the in like the biker gangs and stuff, it was a lot more intimidation. You want to make money off of people. You want to.
This is a business.
I know.
We're gonna be running heroin up and down. This
you can make.
creek.
You can make. No, we're not.
Oh, what are we doing?
Disclaimer:
then?
No, we're not. This is truly for leisure. We might eventually, like, if booze are legal, we might illegal. We might be
moonshining up and down?
we might be on a leg of it where we pass it along.
How can we get this shit up to Wyoming, up to Casper? You're gonna have to figure out the river system, but that's gonna be
upstream. That's gonna be real hard. I had to. The wind was going against me in my journey, and it was difficult. So. All right. Well,
maybe you can't be in our gang, Stevie.
Stevie could float down to us.
I guess he can float down, and then
and then he just can't get home. I mean, we'll fly him back or something.
Yeah.
Man,
we'll have all that heroin money.
That would actually take.
You'd have to map it out.
Do you want to tell us your story from yesterday? Do you want to church it up, or did you not want to do it, buddy?
Oh, the appliance one?
Yeah. I leave it up to you. It's okay. I knew that was on your radar, and you were debating back and forth. While you think about it, here in Wichita, a local man admitted to stealing human remains from a local hospital.
Like arms and shit?
Man, Wichita, previously employed at Wesley Medical Center, pled guilty in federal court involving the theft of human body parts from a Wichita hospital. 39-year-old Angelo, it's always of Wichita, and another Angelo, two Angelos, different last name, Arstinian and Pariah, I don't know, of Pennsylvania, each pled guilty Monday in federal
Pennsylvania?
Yeah, that's where I said, I don't know. Wichita man previously employed, but then it says of Montgomery, Pennsylvania, each pled.
Where they be living from.
Yeah, maybe that's where they come down here to work for.
Come down here to steal our body parts.
I guess.
Take them back to Pennsylvania.
They were charged of interstate transport of stolen goods.
Oh, not body parts?
Court records show one of the Angelos admitted to stealing remains from Wesley Medical Center where he worked and arranged to sell them to the other Angelo between 2018 and 22.
You know what they're doing? They're giving them to your guy, the governor or whatever he is, the senator, that weirdo.
The one that's trying to build people?
The hoodie guy.
Why?
Because he's from Pennsylvania and he needs these body parts.
Why? To fix his problem?
Yeah, because he's got to put himself
I
back
thought maybe
together
they were
like
trying to
Humpty
build,
Dumpty.
like, it's either an art guy or they're trying to build, like, people or something.
Yeah, like Terminators.
Metropolitan area newspaper Patriot News reported from the assistant U.S. attorney that Angelo and Angelo conducted business online through eBay. So now that wins what's the weirdest thing you've ever seen sold on eBay? How would you list that?
Let me see. I get on the old
Is there a
eBay
category for used body
for?
parts?
What do you want?
I could use some new legs.
It's true.
There is I can't remember what the documentary's called, but it's like a black market.
Helping Hands is
type
what it's
shit.
called.
No.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about,
Well,
where like people will do like the organs and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
like black market kidney transplants and
Yeah.
Yeah.
now, I'm fine with it until they start doing it just because, like, my kidneys aren't big enough. I want a bigger kidney, like, listen, God gave you those
Didn't Charlie the unicorn or whatever, Charlie the horse, wake up and his kidneys were gone when he went to Candy Mountain one time?
Charlie, your
Charlie!
kidneys are gone.
Oh, shit, my kidneys.
All right, so have you had any body parts stolen from Casper, Wyoming lately?
Negative, but I know it is very popular in Colorado.
Body parts are?
Well, there were a couple funeral homes that got raided and shit because they had, it was pretty fucked up. So, like, okay,
I wonder what do you do with them? Is it a art thing? Is it a collection? Is it a sexual thing? Is it?
I have no idea. I mean,
you're not
really
one of them. Oh,
understand.
sorry. I thought you said it was big in your area.
No, he said in Colorado.
Colorado.
I just looked body parts on eBay, and the first thing I came up with was Camaro body parts. So
okay, I could see that. Yeah, you might not want to search human body parts on there because Angelo and Angelo are facing some serious stuff for that. So,
how much money do you think Angelo's made?
I don't know.
I mean, really, they're already dead.
How many? I don't like me. I'm one of those people. I don't care really what you do with me. I really don't want to be molested when I'm dead. That would be the only thing. You can cut me up. You can eat me. You can do all kinds of stuff. But even then, I don't really care either. Honestly, like seriously, if that makes somebody happy, maybe I'll actually request that now.
What if
I want my manginity taken after I
Put
die?
that in your will.
Yeah.
So, like, say,
Honey, if you want to get if you don't want it to go to my charity, you have to arrange my manginity to get taken after I die.
Yeah, like so
nothing
you're dead,
weird.
You're already cold. You're in there on the slab, and this guy's gonna pay Amy. He's like, look, I want some time with Casey before.
I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to tell you what I'm not going to do because I'm going to do everything.
So you would definitely arrange that.
I'd be fine with it. Like especially if I knew she was
dead.
If she was going to financially prosper, and especially if it didn't happen in a way where my life or my life support would pay out, or my I'm talking about my insurance.
You're gonna get your life insurance, and then on top of that,
oh man,
they're gonna
she's
get
her new car, get her a new freaking
new Ford Tempo.
Oh man, she's gonna get her a brand new freaking Equinox. At this time, it's
new-
gonna be a 2042 Equinox,
Yeah.
man.
You'd be down.
I'm calling my year, bro. I just called my year.
It's
not very long away.
It's 18 more years.
It's not very long away.
That's crazy. That's 18 years. That sounds like fucking future shit.
Stevie, how many twins were in your total school that you can remember, like where you went to high school?
Damn it. One. No, there was two, actually.
Okay.
Two twins.
I had two in my class, one identical and two the other one.
There were
one and one.
I don't want to say large amount, but there were throughout Belle Plaine, I would say.
in my class.
In my class alone, we only had one, but above me, below me, around me, like within like 4 grades above and below at one point, I'll bet there was like 8 sets of twins. I mean, 6 maybe. It was still what I considered large for a school of, at that say our pool was 400 people. Well, I'm going grades. I'm going 8 grades.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not. Our 4 grades were 200. What's that, buddy?
After thinking about it, the one set of twins.
That's what I like about him. He's a deep thinker.
He's his identical twin is his sister.
Amy, if you're listening up, maybe I'm wrong. How many did we have?
His identical twin was his sister?
Yes, sir.
How's that work?
I don't know.
No, hold on. I might have not been. Tell me that again.
You did say that. You heard it right.
Say it again.
Yeah. So Ryan Patzer and Amanda Patzer are twins, and one's a boy, one's a girl.
Okay.
But they're not identical. You said identical.
Oh, touche. I did.
Oh, okay.
That's why me and Casey were like, did he really?
Well, I mean, I've seen a boy and girls that are identical, but you're still. I mean, what I would consider as far as identical for
like
a boy
Tyler
and a girl
are
could
identical.
be. Yeah. So, and you've got cousins that are.
I've got them on both sides of my family.
I don't think there's any twins in my family that I can think of. Amy's got a pair of twins I like, but other than that,
she came with those. So.
Yeah, there was quite a few. Well, double take. 23 sets of twins graduate from a single Massachusetts middle school.
That's insane. Tell me how many kids they be having in that.
23 sets of twins. 23 sets of twins have graduated from a Massachusetts middle school, making up about 10% of the 8th grade class. So if you're wondering, that's between 450 or 500 children in each grade. So that was extraordinary high. So 4 out of 400.
Maybe it's a twin school.
Well, 10. I do your math again. I'm glad you're not.
230.
Don't do your math again, bud. Do your math. Well, it's 46, and they're 10%.
Yeah.
It's 23 sets. So now just take that times.
Yeah, so
460.
460. That's a lot.
I don't do
many
reading
of
well.
them are
He don't do
identical?
math well.
How many of them are identical?
Let's see if we can scan it. It's unusual. 10 sets of.
That's a big school, too.
Typically, we have anywhere from 5 to 10 sets at most, given the
What?
number. And I don't know if that's in each grade at that point, but the school gave a special shout out to the 23 sets of twins. There's something going on in that town, man. Maybe
Yeah.
they're in like one of those.
I've been thinking about when you've been talking
They're in one of those. Well, especially now
Some
that
kind
I
of plant there. That's
yeah, or
making
they're
it-
there. It's one of those artificial insemination towns, and they
Yeah.
just be splitting embryos like crazy. Like it became
How big
the.
is the town?
Well, I mean, if there's 450 kids in each grade,
What's it
let's say
It says
that's
right there. Nemaha? The furry first.
Needham, Massachusetts. Needham.
Needham.
I knew that's how it would help you spell it if I said Needham, but it's Needham, I believe. But I'm guessing
wonder
there's
if they're
so let's
like
say
the
it's a
capital of
high school of 2,000. So I mean that's a 20, that's a 15,000
31,248 in 2018.
Yeah, so 46 in one class. That's crazy. That's a little smaller than Derby probably.
It's one of the richest cities in Massachusetts.
That's
too.
what I'm telling you. This became a fad. Some doctor figured out how to split these
He's
embryos.
going around selling embryos is what he was doing.
And he's splitting them. He's like, man, I can split them. Dude. I just
Two for one.
take a needle there, split it up. Dude, you get 2 kids, bro. And most of them look fairly regular. I mean, I don't see a lot of heads coming out of foreheads. I mean, they're all small, but they're middle schoolers. They should be. A lot of white kids, pretty much predominantly white kids in Massachusetts, I'm noticing. At least in the twins. There are a set of Hispanics over here. So that might be Angelo and Angelo from the last story. Or their kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
Isn't like boating and stuff big in Massachusetts?
Boating, I would imagine, man. Yeah, like you go to
Is
like
that
down to the
real
bay, go to the bay or something.
Tea parties, Stevie.
Tea parties. Is that where like the Boston one was?
Yeah, that's a massive.
Man, that's Titletown. Kind of a segue, and it's late, but we haven't done a show really since then. Does anybody care that the Celtics won? And besides,
No. Amy says Stacy and Tracy.
yeah, Kolupka, but they weren't in
Their
our
names are
class.
Stacy and Tracy.
Yeah, and they weren't in our class.
that would have been a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and there was plenty of others. We had the Cal
For them,
Hicks.
Their
What-
parents, Stacy, Tracy,
Shauna and Tanya Cowhick. We had
Cowhick.
Yeah, there was a couple sets of boys. There was, but yeah, there was. I mean, we had a fair amount. There was one of our girls in our class. Her sisters were like 2 or 3 grades younger than us. I think she had twins. We had anyways. Stevie, what do you got? You want to tell your story, or are you still scared to do it?
I do want a little take on that Boston Celtics thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You watching the drafts tonight, Stevie?
Are you telling me was that the
Yeah,
worst?
it's on, but the TV is like fucking turned the other.
Was that the worst? I only watched 2.5 games, and I might have watched a part of all of them, but I had to shut every one but one of them off because
I guess the ratings probably weren't very good.
no, and because they were blowout games. All but one of them was a blowout. It just wasn't. It wasn't an exciting series. You knew after game 2 that there was 0 chance for Dallas to win it. What was your take, buddy? Sorry.
I only watched the last game, to be honest with you, but like just watching it. Well, because my middle daughter's a fucking Mavericks fan, so I'm cheering for the Mavericks, whatever.
So she likes
And when I
Luka.
turned
Is
it
she a
on,
Luka or
I'm
is she
like,
an Irving guy?
Luka?
Okay, that's better.
But like I was sitting there watching it when I was painting and shit, and I'm, what the fuck is this? What are you guys doing? They were just like lobbing the ball up, and like I don't know, it was gross.
NBA is hard to watch.
Sometimes it's good, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy. You'll get a regular
Yeah.
Wednesday game, and all of a sudden I'm into it. But playoffs was pretty unwatchable. Like some of the series were good. There was the early on ones. I mean, the Pacers series. That's when I usually get into basketball. But as soon as it was, and I could have rooted for Dallas because I need a Dallas championship. It's been 30 years since my
Don't
team
count.
won. Well, but Dallas had a chance to have a hockey team. They were right up. They lost in the conference
the Oilers
finals.
win.
No, Florida won. That's the other news, which that kind of pissed me off too because kind of became somewhat of a de facto Oilers fan through Trailer Park Boys.
Okay. I'm gonna pick a hockey team next year. I don't know. We have to come up with some kind of deal.
I'm gonna go Oilers.
No, I'm just gonna do random generators.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna learn about. I'm gonna be like, man, you know that number, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
He's fucking whatever his.
Man, can I be
Russian
part
name
of
is?
this?
Yeah, you want to play?
Blackhawks fan
you
for-
buy-
since I was
you could-
seventh grade.
There you
Man,
go.
so you and my wife would get along great. She's huge. She was more of a local team fan. I mean, she's huge hockey. But she then picked Vegas the year.
She did a good pick. 'cause
Yeah, the
they're-
year that they started, she became a Vegas fan. That was the year we were frequenting Vegas. So we got to go that first year they went to the playoffs, and she got to go to a playoff game, and she was already hooked. But from then, she was definitely hooked. So
we went to a
Sucks
Penguins
that they
game one
fucking
time.
lost.
yeah, but she watched. I mean, she watched every minute of every game of.
I'm gonna try to do that. I want to learn, because I don't know hockey that well, so I want to just learn about it.
I'm
I
enjoying.
think it'd be exciting.
I'm enjoying it more these days than I used to. Even like we went to a Thunder game and it was fairly enjoyable. It was a high scoring game, and I'm coming around on it. I was too hockey what anti-soccer guys are to
You're
soccer.
Hawk-Tua. That's what you are.
Yeah, I'm Hawk-Tua. I just learned about Hawk-Tua today. How late is that?
Casey's, you're at least 10 days
Is
behind.
that 10
I
days
think.
behind?
Yeah.
When did you hear about Hawk-Tua, girl?
Fucking a while ago, dude.
Well, I've heard it talked about
when
on.
it was on the TikTok thing, and then now it's a big deal or whatever. And it was funny. Someone here locally they made T-shirts.
It's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time.
Oh,
That
you
do.
gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing.
Sorry, there was a guy
Yeah,
in
that's-
town doing what?
They're making those T-shirts, right?
Uh-huh.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
I seen someone commented on it and was like, I don't understand what this is. And this dude commented and he's like, just don't waste your time.
He should have just said, "Just spit on it."
I had the exact same conversation with my wife, Stevie. She was
Yeah.
like, I don't get it. She goes, is this something that guys are into? Am I missing out on something? Have you ever had anybody do that to you? And I said, it's nothing I'm into, and I've never had it done to me before. I think it's more like a porno thing.
I've heard they do it on the videos.
But I said, and she was like, should I be doing that? And I was like, that is something I'm not interested in. Somebody was saying it's like when the hawk, it reminds them of like a loogie hawk,
I thought it would be more of the choking would be the opposite of that would make a guy feel good, even though I don't know. I just anyways.
Essentially, it's just like some drunk person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
her
so,
poor dad is what
so I
feel sorry
apologize to the world, to you, Stevie, to Josh, to all my social media friends, because I've been off, man. I'm going on almost 2 months that I might do 5 minutes on Facebook to go find some of your posts and see them and like them. Some of my buddy Josh's, some of the people that support me. But I've shut the Twitter down. Instagram's about the only thing that I kind of get on, and that's because somebody will send me something on it, and it'll be like a reel or whatever, and then all of a sudden I'm scrolling those. You'll send me one or two, and then all of a sudden I'm stuck on there for 2 hours.
I know. I
I
would really like to be done with social media.
But
really,
that's what I said. I'm on.
Yeah, me
It's been horrible for the show. I'll be honest with you. Since I've taken the social media break, our show has went further down, all that. But I am mentally way better. So it's fine, and I'll get back to it. I'll figure out a fine line. I just was starting to get affected by social media for not for the first time, but I was seeing it, and we're on an election cycle, and there's people that I like that say shit that I don't think they really mean, or I pray they don't on those places, and
well,
well,
you never know.
what else you got to tell us about your show, buddy? Give the people that are new, that are watching, that don't know you. I gave you a little bit of a plug, but tell us about your show. Where can they find it?
You can find it on Spotify, all the major podcast platforms, Three Wheel Bicycle Podcast. Essentially, it's a podcast really about anything, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, you've had some awesome
what's the
guests.
niche to your guys' podcast?
Not. I mean, I think it's kind of news and non-topical topics for the most part, with what I'd say banter. We had a direction when we first started. It was essentially middle of the road. TJ's a hardcore Republican. I'm somewhere lost. Long ago, I would be what you would consider a staunch Democrat. I don't think I was ever a liberal. I'm not one of the extreme people. I'm not anti-gun necessarily. I got some different beliefs on some of it, but I'm not at all anti-gun. But I'm your weird. I think I'm truly a libertarian more anymore. But I just am so anti 47, 45, whatever he is, that it's hard for me. I just think he changes the country. So, anyways, we started the show with the premise that somebody that sucks off Trump and somebody that wants to suck off Biden or whatever you want to call it, or a Trump backer and a left backer can still get along throughout all of the Trump era. I mean, we give each other shit and talk, but when we got together, ultimately we didn't really sit there and fight about politics, and we didn't let the fact that, I can look past a lot of TJ's flaws, basically.
Fuck.
I think it was just this is God's test on life on me to see how patient of
I'm
a
not
human.
suffering at all over here.
To see how patient of a human I am with this angry, backwards thinking Neanderthal.
No.
I don't mean that. Well, sometimes I do. I think you see the world a little, and I say it straight to you though. I when you say some of the stuff you say, but that's the conversation we can have. I can say what I have, and it might have hurt your feelings a little bit, but I don't truly mean it.
Not
you know
really,
I
no.
love you. Even whatever I can hurt your feelings.
I can hurt your feelings.
I doubt it. They're dead.
I'm dead too.
You say you're dead. I have to hear
I'm meaner than you.
No, I don't think that's true at all. Because you go instant. I don't think so.
So you think like my 100%?
I think you're angrier than me is different than meaner than me. I can go for kill shots. I just don't because it's not necessary.
I don't go for kill shots.
You usually do go for. I mean,
Look,
you literally
60%
had a
of the
guy
time,
piss
every
you
time.
off, and in the story you're talking to me on there, I can play it here in a minute. You wanted to kill the guy, and then you're like, no, I can't kill him. But we should,
when.
On your angry rants you sent me when we were going to start doing the angry rant.
we haven't done that yet, have we?
Well, no, because you haven't.
I still want to kill that person.
I know. That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
So,
but everybody will.
sorry, Stevie. Anyways, we
That's our
started.
premise. We argue.
We started to prove that we could. We were going to talk politics, talk everything going on in today, and then meet in the middle. Basically, we never really met in the middle. We just kind of left it hanging where I said you're an idiot, and he said you're an idiot, and then we move on but prove
we
that
can still be friends.
Yeah. So when we first kind of brought up the premise was the time when families that seen Views stopped going to dinner together, when Uncle Bob and cousin Larry, wouldn't go to the same event because Larry fucking, kept posting Trump shit. And, Bob said, all lives are equal, but I think women should have a right, the right to choose. And then, so the family just hated both of them now because they're crazy political views. So anyways. So you don't know what the niche of yours is? You're still trying to figure it out? I mean, yours is promotion. I mean, that's what yours is. It's promoting you. It's promoting the people you have on. That's what you do. Your whole, 20 minutes of promotion. You're funny. But, it's a promotion podcast. It's a good, positive one.
Having a good time.
Yeah.
Having a good time.
Pimping your town, pimping everybody in town, pimping every band, pimping.
Jesus, Zach Edey, number 9.
Who to?
Grizzlies.
Give us an update of people you can name up to now.
Reed Shepard from Kentucky.
What number?
3, and Zach Edey.
Okay.
And there's 1, 2, 3 people from France.
Yeah, France, because that what's his name?
Those are all 3 black people.
Wembley,
in France right there.
because of Wembley, man. You
can see the draft. I can't.
Yeah. Oh, I've got it pulled up on ESPN.
Well, aren't you on your phone? Couldn't you just get up and move over to where the TV's at?
He doesn't have a cell phone.
Well,
it's
no, because
landline.
Are you on
the
landline?
reception.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know I called you on a landline, homie.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry. After 9 o'clock. Well, what's that shit back in the day? It was
Call me after 9 when I get unlimited.
Yeah, once my unlimited minutes start.
I saw a deal the other today. It said it used to be you wanted unlimited minutes after 9. Now I pay for unlimited. I don't fucking talk to nobody. So
Word, yeah, because you're working.
And I was going to do a story here. It's a kind of in sad boob news, which I'd say 10 years ago this would have been sad boob news. Hooters said Monday that it's closing a select number of underperforming restaurants. The latest casual dining chain to announce shutdowns amid broader industry woes. I just wanted to bring politics into it. Hooters said it was under pressure from client market conditions, but added that new restaurants continue to open domestically and internationally. It did not respond. I wonder how many total Hooters are left. The only reason I kind of was hoping.
When was the last time you went to Hooters?
When we in Vegas. Every time I'm in Vegas, but I don't even think I eat there. I just.
Yeah, but now that you could eat chicken, would you go?
Probably, yeah. I'd go eat some.
What about you, Stevie V? You go?
There's not a Hooters around here no more though.
East Side?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's been closed for a long time, buddy.
Never been to a Hooters. I remember there was one in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Okay.
And when we would like go to the zoo and shit like that when we were kids, I could always go by there and shit. But yeah, fucking never went.
Closest one's 129 miles from us.
Yeah, because like Twin Peaks, kind of when they came to town, they pretty much instantly shut them down here. It had really, the one here had really fallen off. The store was kind of grody inside. All of them were really that wood vibe. Just got. I mean, it was cool.
When's the last time you had Larry's?
Well, with you.
Okay. He hasn't been cheating on me, but I've cheated on him.
Oh, I'm sure you have. No, I've had Popeyes many times. So.
Oh, that's only cheating on Amy.
Yeah, she gets mad every time I do.
Sorry, Stevie. We're talking about our chicken place over here. And Casey and I.
Yeah, we ain't got none of them.
Yeah, you need a Larry's chicken over there.
What's the best chicken around Casper, bud? You guys got any chicken? What is
Not
it?
To be biased or anything, I'd say Little Shop of Burgers.
Okay. What else?
This fresh cut chicken.
You guys do breaded chicken sammies, like hot chicken, or what do you do?
Yep. Breaded, grilled. Yeah.
Okay.
As far as like fast food chain goes, I guess KFC is like the only.
And that sucks. I mean, they're okay. I mean, they're in Oklahoma 6 maybe.
I like the border bowls from KFC.
Okay. They got some things that aren't bad. I like Wendy's chicken probably better than KFC. What's the population? What's the population of Casper?
I guess 25.
Oh fuck! I just looked it up the other day when we were doing the show.
It's got to be like 20 plus, right?
Yeah.
I'm typing it right now. It's okay. If my internet works, we might not even been doing this show the whole time.
We had to have been. We had 19 comments on our Facebook. We were popping. It was our wives, but that counts, right?
There's 300 total Hooters restaurants left as of April 3rd, 2024. But with this doesn't include the closures.
I took my daughters to Hooters when they were little one time, and one of the Hooters girls took them to the bathroom for me.
That's weird. What if they touched them?
It was a girl, and they were like,
oh, yeah, because girls never touch.
Well, my kids were like 2, 4, and 6 at the time.
I'm just messing with you. I'm sorry.
She's like, you want me to take them?
Trending now, NBA draft, presidential debate, which I forgot's coming up. Is that tonight?
Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Cody Williams from Colorado, number 10.
Tomeo Perry, I don't know what that is. John Force, Taylor Swift, which always trending. Julian Assange.
Dude, I watched the
anybody care about
on her yesterday.
On who?
Taylor.
Oh man, you and TJ should do a podcast and talk about it later.
I like older Taylor Swift. Yeah. Do you think that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are real?
I don't know, man.
I would assume. Why?
I mean,
so
like
is
a
it
real couple? Like they're like it's.
You don't think this is just you think it's just like for the? Yeah, I think they're legit. I mean,
my wife thinks they're really in love. I think that it's fake. But.
Yeah, I think they're really in love. Hey, live, you guys want me to try my first ever anything with tahini on it?
Dude, those are bomb.
What is it?
I got them some candies. They're gummy bears with tahini on them, chili and lime.
No.
Oh fuck!
I forgot I'm sugar free too, right now.
Not now.
Yeah, not anymore, dude.
Well, I would prefer a regular gummy.
Yeah, well, you got it. Try the white one.
This almost tastes like the edible gummies.
That's the best one.
And okay, that one's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad, but it's still. I mean,
It's different. And they put that. I talked to my
hold on, I'm joking.
my Mexican brethren at work. It says right here, warning: choking hazard. Small food, not suitable for liberals and children under the age of 3.
Man, that freaking chili powder got me in the throat buds.
Catch my joke there.
Well, yeah, I did. I heard you get the liberal thing in there. I always hear you work your TJ magic, brother.
That's my point.
Well, I think we're gonna cut off here pretty quick. What else you got, my friend? Before we
Who you got lined up next? Got any big guests coming?
Yeah, who's the next on your show? Well, tell us about Vander Hayden Designs too. I keep cutting you off. You're used to it by now.
Shit, not much. I guess the next quote unquote show is going to be at Arts in the Park in Metro, South Dakota. That event has it going on for 17 years. I'm going to have a fuck ton of artwork.
Hell yeah.
At a killer price. I'm going to bring, all my podcast stuff. It's going to be an amazing weekend. It's a free event. There's a car show. Fucking, I'm so excited.
When's that?
July 27th, 28th, and the 29th.
It's about a month from now.
Yep.
You got any more wrestling art going?
Not at this time.
You kind of go in. I've noticed you kind of go
right now.
You kind of go in phases on what you do.
Well, yes, sir. Because I don't know how to explain it. So, like, being that this event is like coming up and shit, like I'm focused on like landscape type shit because I don't know how to explain it. A lot of people like the landscape stuff, not so much the pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess if that's the fucking right word for it.
I know what you're talking about.
But that was the other thing that was really crazy. So I got second place for that judged exhibit.
Yes, sir. With your
last
bird?
month. Yeah, dude, that shit is so fucking gangsta.
Your jailbird?
But today I went to up with a friend of mine, and one of the jurors that actually was in there.
Okay, not for your court case, but for the judges.
No.
One of the judges for the competition. Okay.
There we go. I was getting ready to wonder.
I was thinking for a second, but I think I knew where you were going. I think
Thanks. Yes, but
maybe
it
a
was
previous
crazy because,
juror,
like,
but
yeah. But like none of those people knew, like, there was no names on anything, this, that, and the other, and it was this older cat, and Rachel's like, yeah, he's the one that won the second place, da da da. And he goes, well, I was really trying to. I don't know. It was just really crazy.
he was rooting for you.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
Hardcore.
That's awesome.
So was like this other dude, and I don't know.
Hard to know if they're just politicking on you. If that's just the things they got to say. They might have been the ones that actually voted against you, but they're like, I'm going to take the credit for this guy.
Yeah.
And he's going to walk out. He's going to do a podcast tonight, and he is going to be feeling good.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I'm torn. I love my Ric Flair. I'm not torn. I mean, that's my favorite piece, but the two that mean the dearest to me are probably ones that mean the least to you, and it's probably the
Al Bundy?
Probably the Al Bundy or the Mel Gibson, man. The Mel Gibson, when that hit me in the feels, because you never knew how big of a part of our old show and stuff he was. And then, I mean, obviously the Al Bundy is,
They're making another Lethal Weapon movie.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
So, well,
I think.
What else you got before I kick you off here?
As far as sorry, I'm a scatterbrain. TJ, the wrestling thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the next wrestler that I'm going to do a painting of is Bret Hart.
Oh, that's cool. Bret Hart was my favorite wrestler as a kid, and
Really?
I always wished that I could be the kid with Bret Hart laid the sunglasses on, and then as I became an adult, and started learning more about wrestling and stuff, He's a fucking whiny little bitch.
Yeah, that's the problem with him.
Yes.
Like he's tarnished his legacy so bad by
jerk-ass. Everybody sucks but him.
but it's crazy as you talk to a lot of the wrestlers and they did like him at certain times and he taught him a ton, but he is so bitter. I mean,
It's like, Sean.
the Goldberg
Sean
thing
was never
one
really
thing.
very good.
Yeah.
It's like, Goldberg. He sucked. He hurt me bad.
Yeah, and I don't get
he gave me a stroke.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there's just I've been watching that. That's what you watching. We do a little segment called "What You Watching," and what I've been watching is Who Killed the WCW.
Yeah.
And
What's Stevie watching?
And
I just finished that.
Did you?
this morning.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
I haven't watched it. Is that like on a?
It's on Vice.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you can. I mean, it's streaming.
on
Hulu. Yeah, so you can get it on
Yeah,
Hulu.
You can bootleg it on YouTube.
Yep.
Casey's got the good Hulu, so if
Yeah.
you need the password, it changes every 6 days. So you
Yeah,
gotta-
yeah. You got to get in the email chain of my password change. Every time somebody locks me out, I got to reset the password and then send it out to all 73 people. Sorry if you're listening. Freaking charge me fucking more. I don't care. To my Hulu.
So what's Stevie? What are you watching, Casey?
He just watched that. But you watching anything else new besides watching the Who Killed WCW?
Yes, actually. That 60 Days In.
Okay.
There's a new season of that, and then
Is that real? I mean, they really sneak these people. How's that work?
I think they tell them they're doing a documentary on like
Oh.
a new, whatever, and they don't, I mean, I think at this point because the show's been out and people have TV in prison, I think it's probably ruined most of it for the most part.
yeah, but I don't know. There's like some weird like drama that like I don't know sucks me in. You know what I mean?
It's like the 90 Day Fiance. It's the train wreck factor of it. It's a weird nerdy dude that starts out an episode or a season, and by the end of it, he's like thugged, hardcore, been beat up like 14 times, and
Any of you guys been raped in there yet?
I don't think I've ever seen a raping on anything. I think there's been
They're like censoring it out.
no, I think there's been some threats of it. I think they tried holding the dude down, and then somebody ran and but also I think they probably got some sort of buzzers on these people to
There so it was like last season, I believe. There was like these two dudes. One of them was like this TikTok star fucking shit. Came in, the one dude's like, "Oh, I've seen you before," and then the other dude got hella pissed off. Well, they had a boxing match.
Okay.
Actually.
No
And,
gloves
I
or
was
no
following
gloves?
this shit. There was gloves.
Okay.
There was gloves. I was watching the shit, or
I was gonna say if
following
not,
on
it would just be a
TikTok.
fight. But okay.
Yeah, and the one Carlos guy, I tried getting him on the podcast, dude. so fucking close.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to message him again.
Fuck yeah.
But when I was interacting with him, and he's like, "Oh, well, when can we do it?" And I'm like, "We can do it right now, man." Like, but see, that's another thing that I
It'd be a cool
found,
niche,
I
the
guess.
prison cast.
Yes, sir.
I think that would be cool as shit, man. You could get some crazy stories.
Oh yeah, I got some too. It'd be really cool to get like some of the older cats that I was in with to fucking tell stories and whatnot. But
Which was the inspiration for your jailbird painting for the new listeners or anybody that makes it this far? Anybody?
the win.
Okay.
Because the first time that I had my solo show at the Nick, when it was so crazy because like there was a pamphlet and shit, you know what I mean, and you had to write all this stuff up, and when did you start, and da 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 da. And then when I seen that, people were looking at that, and there was a bunch of them that were like, "Oh, so you've done time," and like snobby ass fucking people, you know what I mean? And so yeah, when I heard there was gonna be a churd thing, and there was
Okay.
go all out, you know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all.
I watched the coolest thing that I think, well, I don't know about coolest, but it was the weirdest thing I've seen. So I don't know if I've talked to you since I've been on my Trailer Boys kick. Are you a Trailer Boys guy? Have you ever watched any of the Trailer Park Boys?
Oh yes, sir.
Have you ever? Did you ever watch the Dublin one where they go to Ireland? It's
Yes, it was like that road trip series or something.
Yeah, but this one's crazy. It's because it's like a movie, but they on this one and they go and it starts out just like if they're in the trailer park. They win a trip to Dublin to go see Rush play, and then they get busted because Ricky brings weed with him to Ireland, and then they have to go to court. They get community service, and then all of a sudden it turns into a stand-up special. So it's like 40 minutes or 35 minutes of like the movie. And then it turns into an hour-long stand-up special with all of them, and they got I can't think of his name, but the shirt Randy on there with them. So
which one's the fat one?
the one without a shirt.
No, the guy that was living in the car.
Ricky, that's me. We've decided of me, you, and E. E's Bubbles. I'm Ricky, and you're Julian.
Julian's the guy that
he's kind of the leader, more or less, but you wouldn't be the leader of our group. But just because he wears black shirts and he thinks he's muscle bound.
Dude, I was just gonna say that almost every time you guys do live, DJ's wearing a black shirt.
I know, and he's trying to look all muscle bound, man. And I'm the Ricky. I'm the one that really makes the things happen. I'm the dumbest one. I know it. He just plays it and whatnot therefore. He says some of the best things. If I just want to get a whole list of, he does all the sayings, like a rock in the hand is worth, but whatever. But he'll screw every one of them up, and I want to get all of the Ricky sayings.
just
So
it's like Biden saying something. It's like
Yeah.
you know what he's trying to say, but it just ain't coming out.
Yes.
Try to think, but nothing happens.
it's like
Of
both.
course, I'm a burnout father or something. I can't remember it now.
I really tried to get into it. I don't know if it was just like it's supposed to be like low quality, right?
The beginning, the problem is like after season 8, they get whatever Netflix picks them up, but the 3 of the main guys pick up the show themselves, and then they have then the quality really goes up.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the whole point. It's supposed to be a
I get it's kind of
documentary
the point.
series.
Yeah, it's
it's just a dude that met him in jail and follows him around, and it gets better, it gets worse, but it's just you fall in love with them. And
so I've watched like 4 episodes, and my favorite guy kind of so far is the like lead cop guy from the trailer park.
Leahy, he's
like my favorite.
It's funny is he played the ultimate drunk, and the guy never drank in his life. He might have had like one drink.
He
but
hasn't drank on what I've seen so far.
Oh yeah, he turns into the ultimate drunk. He's the reason they actually ended the show finally. He died during
in real life?
Yeah, during the filming of the last episode. And so they turn it in the very last episode. They take a whole bunch of mushrooms and turn into cartoons. And then there's an animated series that picks up from there. And I'm like at the end of the first season of the animated series. But it literally picks up exactly where the movie or in the end of the season turns them in. They're in a jail cell and they all turn into cartoons because they're so messed up on mushrooms. So if you haven't watched the last episode,
I want some mushrooms.
I ruined it. Yeah, I watched I thought that's what TJ brought me over. I've been seeing all these, medical controlled mushroom gummies.
Where can we get them?
I don't know, but they're for. They're like.
You don't fail a drug test for that, right?
I don't know.
I don't think
Negative.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't partake in that stuff, but if under like me, if me and Aaron Rodgers went into a tent with some Indians and they give us mushrooms or ayahuasca or whatever to find our souls and become better people, I'm just trying to figure out what happened to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, why you are the way you are?
Yeah, I want to know why I am the way I am.
Yeah.
I know most of the reasons, but I can't keep you. You've got to forgive. It's the only way to move on is to forgive. So
Took mushrooms and looked at that painting before I went and dropped it off to you. That was pretty fucking intense.
yeah, but I feel like you finished it on mushrooms when it started getting more and more colorful, bud. And I'm not mad about it. All right, I'm gonna get off here. We ran a little over, not that it matters. Okay. We'll do it again, man. We'll do a real interview style. I like having you on just to hang out. If you are listening, Stevie's been on quite a few times. I've been on his podcast. At this point, he's just kind of an extra cast member when he's here. We want his opinion. We want him to pimp his shit. But we just want him to come hang out with us and get that laugh going. We miss, especially when Skin Man's here. I don't got a laugh to rely on. So.
Well, I appreciate you guys.
Brother, I'll keep following you. We'll keep talking. Have a good time. Everybody go find the Three Wheel Bicycle podcast. Go order. He'll send art to your house.
Yep.
I did a whole show and exposed my art. You can see 2 pieces in picture frame now, and a lot of times you see the third one when Skin Man's actually here, and I widen up. So I'm going to let you go, buddy. We're going to finish the show, my man.
All right. Well, hey, you fellas have a good night.
You
All
too,
right, man.
Stevie.
Peace out, bro.
Later.
Fucking hung up on him, man. That's how I do it. I don't want to, I don't want to get the
Howard
full
hanging up
goodbye.
on Marianne from
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Well, it was fun. He's always fun. He's a different take on things.
Yeah.
He
so
deep
mellow.
he deep thinks,
Mm-hmm.
and
like all artists.
he does that to me. He'll have me on his show and he'll play these games where it's got to be these quick answers, but I'll turn around on him and he's like, like, man, you got to pop it out, man. Just you don't got to be a developed answer every time. Just what comes to your mind. So, Stevie, we appreciate it as always. TJ had fun. We had a good following to start the show. We lost him. We started talking about sports and shit people don't care about. My drug withdrawal updates, I think they're done, man. I think I'm over this. My pain is back. My anxiety is back. But
Good deal. That's what you're looking for, right?
Yeah, no, but we're back to start over. I'm not having the crazy symptoms I was having, so somewhat back to normal. Hawk Tua girl, we tried to call this the Hawk and Tua show, and it would not go live, so they have control of that already. Let me know if you like Fat McAfee. I want him to open the show every week. He's getting skinnier. Fat McAfee's finally working on truly losing some weight.
I need to do the same.
I rolled the 2 wagon over and stayed between 2 and 203, 205 for the last.
I'm like those same numbers but mixed around.
You're 502?
Or like 2 with a 3 and a 0 behind it.
Well, that's not those same numbers. Oh,
You said 203.
okay. So you're 302?
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. It was a good time. Had fun. Just remember how to take care of your man.
A black man with a funny name.
Oh, that wasn't the right button.
Wrong button.
I mean, it's the right button if I was on the right
It's
side.
one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time.
Oh,
That
you
do.
gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
I thought it was terrific. It was clean. It was nice.
That was really a productive segment, wasn't it? All men and women created by you know the thing.
Peace, y'all.